Hey yo, what is up guys? Thank you so much for clicking on this video, and today we're going to be unboxing and installing my new custom subframes from TSS Fab. So just to put this in there real quick, I'm sitting here editing the video and I realized I'm kind of jumping around a lot, showing random clips. Stuff isn't making a whole lot of sense, and it's because I was working on this for about 2 weeks. I forgot what I recorded, what I didn't record. I was getting parts in the mail, so I was putting those on, but I needed more parts, so I'd go to something else. So it was a lot of back and forth, and I ended up not finishing up all the way as far as I wanted to, and I'll put that in the next video that you'll see a finally finished rolling shell of my car. But anyways guys, hopefully y'all enjoy this content. Sorry it's not, you know, my best quality. You'll see why, but I hope y'all enjoy. So I ordered this package about 2 months ago, almost exactly, and this finally came in. I ordered it on Black Friday. It is now February 1st, so now I can finally get subframes put on my Subaru so I can put it on wheels and not have it up on jack stands the entire time. It is going to have to be going back up on jack stands when I try to put my K-series and shit in. But anyways, let's go ahead and get this bitch opened up. Alright, y'all are gonna see my reaction to these. I haven't opened it up yet until just now. And goddamn, look at that shit. That's some sexy looking pipes right there, dude. Goddamn, I'm too high. So in this package, I have ordered the rear subframe so I can put a R200 Diff out of an S13 into my Subaru to make it have a stronger diff than the stock Subaru one. And I went ahead and ordered a tubular front OEM style subframe just because I feel like the tubes will make it easier to make custom mounts to, and may even give me a little bit more clearance for the oil pan. I'm gonna have to do like a front sump on the K-series oil pan, but I would love to be able to fit like a normal OEM stock K-series oil pan, but I don't think that's gonna be possible. But I figured I'd have a better chance if I were to use this tube subframe. But without further ado, let's rip this shit. Man, this shit's pretty fucking light. So this is the OEM style front subframe. You can see I ordered everything not powder coated or anything because I didn't know what color I wanted to do. So I'll end up painting these myself. But that is pretty fucking light and looks pretty hot as well. So that's how it's going to mount under the car. And then this puppy right here, if I can get out of there. There we go. This thing right here is the money maker. This is the whole reason why I ordered this kit. TSS Fab is one of the only companies that make a product like this for my Subaru specifically. So it saves me all the time and headache of trying to even come close to doing some shit like this myself. So they use a lot of cardboard, you know, for padding, and I almost missed these. These were wrapped in a little cardboard bag looking thing, and I almost just tossed this out, but good thing I checked. And then I thought this was just something, but if we look on the other side, that says fucking stickers. And everybody knows that a ricer like me loves them their fucking stickers. So let's see what we're working with here, boy. A box in a box. Alright, how do I don't know how to open this. This is pretty sick. It's like a little sticker sheet. It's like a little fighting MIG gun, little nuke dude, welder dude. Oh yeah, that's me. Look at that. That's pretty sick. I didn't even ask for this. So that's badass that they came with these. I'll have to definitely add them to my toolbox sticker collection right over yonder. All right, after double and triple checking this box, I can confirm that it can go outside. So this is the money shot right here, boys. Look at that. Front subframe right hitherin, rear subframe right hitherin, And man, this feels so nice. Like usually metal kind of feels rough, but this is all nice and smooth. You know, quality construction right here. So this little area will be the part I'll have to mess with a little bit to see exactly how I'll get the K-Series oil pan to fit. The reason why I wanted this is so just in case I would be able to cut and make my own stuff, you know, maybe build a mount off of that, get rid of these or whatnot, but I'll have to figure that out once I actually try to install the K-Series in. But this rear subframe is pretty badass. So it mounts normally. If we go out here to my redneck lawn decorations, we can see this is the normal rear subframe out of my car, and then it has this piece which branches out, and I think I do not need this piece whatsoever. So that'll definitely lighten the car and clean up the underside. Not that it really matters to anybody else other than me, but it'll be nice to be able to get rid of this piece right here. Yes, I have 2 cars full of subframes. But we got one last box right here, which I assume is all the rest of the hardware. So let's go ahead and open this shit up. It's so difficult trying to be tall and keep my entire fucking head in the frame. So you're gonna have to see the bottom part of my head whenever I lean up. But anyways, let's see what this box has in it. Oh, look at that. Baggie. And 2 bags. So we got 2 baggies. One is going to be for the front subframe and one is going to be for the rear. So one thing that I love about the TSS Fab kits, other than the fact that they make them, is the fact that they make these subframe bolts. You don't need bushing, so it's a solid mount. So this little, I don't know what you'd call that, sphere, cone, a little cone fits right up in the bottom, just like that. And when you tighten it down, you don't need to have any bushings or wearable parts. So this bitch will be solidly mounted, and so you know, that helps stiffen the rest of the car up too. So that'll be badass. So before I actually try to go ahead and mock these up, let me go on a little ricer rampage real quick. So as you can see, I have a sparkly blue engine bay, and as of last week, I have a sparkly purple car. My transmission is painted gold. My diff is about to be painted gold. My valve cover for the K-Series is this nice metallic blue. So as you can see, I do like to have a lot of colors on my car. I would like to have more colors though, and go with a certain color scheme. Before, my Subaru was a red, white, and blue unintentionally. That's just kind of what ended up happening with, you know, the mud flaps, wheels, wrap, everything like that. But 326 Power in Japan has been posting these suspension and brake components in these different color schemes, and it has really inspired me to try to do something like that similarly to my car. But anyways, let's get back to the beans of the fucking video. Alright, so I have it barely held on right now because, like I said, those little holes are chamfered, so the nut doesn't really fit well, and I could only reach in there so far with my fingers. But anyways, if we get to this, we can kind of see how that sticking up is probably going to be an issue. Let me grab my K-Series oil pan and just kind of set it on there. Alright, so with this being set on there, you can see how it is definitely going to sit up way too high. So these are the bolts provided in the kit, and as you can see, they are a little bit longer than the stock subframe mount bolt. So you are going to have to take these out, and you're going to have the little screw to take out. Mine was stripped, so I did in fact have to grind it off. But once you you just drop the bolts in, they are free spinning, so you're going to have to hold it from the top, whereas this one had a bar, which, you know, made it way easier to replace. But anyway, so we're just going to throw that out. You're going to put these new bolts in and then use the cone hardware and mount it up. But I'll show you that in a second. Picked up some paint for everything. And as we can see, we got everything painted up, ready to go back in, looking all nice. I don't care that everything is literally painted because these parts are going to get replaced soon enough. I want to get adjustable control arms and everything, upgraded sway bar. But these two things are, the two subframes obviously are going to stay exactly how they are right now. But let's go ahead and get all this bolted up in the car. And I did figure out what these weird looking bolt things go to. If we look at the front subframe, this is the sway bar mount. So it'll kind of reach up in there and fit through that hole just like that. All right, got the front pink subframe mounted, and I just realized that these other 4 bolts are for the steering rack to be mounted. But I did clean the steering rack, but boy is that gonna be an eyesore with all these fancy looking colors. So I'm thinking about painting that. It's gonna be extremely rice if I do. But I think I may just do it black or white or something to just kind of, you know, cover all that ugliness up, you know. All right, as we can see, I have everything mounted and painted as well. So this is what she looks like, all nice and hot in the bay. The, you know, tie rods are worn out, so they look really ugly. I need to replace them, as well as all these bushings and shit, but I'll worry about that later. And something funny on the sway bar mount, so that's what this little weird angle piece goes onto. And with the stock sway bar mount, it's actually supposed to hook in and then bolt down, but there's no mount for that. They actually sell that, but I didn't know that came with the kit. You had to order it separately. So I guess this bolt kind of holds that plate down, and then that nut holds it on, but it's actually pretty tight, so it's still gonna work. It just doesn't look as nice, but that's what we're dealing with now, dude. So here's the 07 Impreza. So here's the 07 Impreza front wheel hub. I was gonna get started mounting them because they have the 2-piston brakes, whereas mine had the single piston. But if we look at this, there is a lot of play in this wheel bearing. So I'm not sure if that'll change once I mount this on, because I'm going to have to have that mounted to protect those seals. So I'm not sure if that helps that or not. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get these cleaned up and painted as well, and just kind of stick them on. Probably not mount them up just because I'm going to have to take them out to replace those bearings. But all right, so I am trying to mount up the rear subframe right now. And I was running into an issue where the rear, or the driver's side, was not even trying to go into place. And it turns out right here, we are hitting the stock gas tank. It is not a perfect fit, but they stated that. So I'm just gonna have to use some persuasion and try to fucking make it fit. Alright, so after an excessive amount of fucking hammering right on this little edge, I was able to get it to fit. And now it's on to the next part. This hole right here, this stock OEM hole, I hammered up into it to see if I could see it from the top. And if we see right there is right where the hole ended up. So now we can kind of cut a little piece out. And then we can add this top bar in, which is going to need to be welded in. But since I don't have my welder here yet, we'll just have to bolt it up and weld it on after. But this just sets right up there, and then we can bolt everything on. So we're just going to drill a small pilot hole right now. All right, now that I got the rear subframe completely mounted in, I just got to weld the back, but I got to wait for my welder to come in the mail. Moving on to this. So these are the front axles, and the stock wheel hub needs the axles right here specifically to help it seal. So when you bolt it on, you know, it keeps the wheel bearing in place. So I just got done gutting this one. You have this little piece, you just pry it out with a pry bar, and you have that. And now that's just an empty socket, and now we're working on the other one over here as well. Propane heater in the back because it's kind of cold outside today. But now that I got the rear subframe fully mounted in the car, we can start colorizing, ricing up these rear hubs. Unfortunately, they have no hardware on them whatsoever. I only have some old ass rotors and the brake bracket, so I am going to have to buy the calipers and parking drum hardware and shoes for them, but we can at least get them somewhat mounted in the car to match the front. This what them fingers do, baby. I also forgot to mention, see this long bolt right there, that bolt is known to seize up. Luckily both mine were fine, but what I ended up doing is grinding or using the wire wheel to take all the rust and contaminants off, and I coated the entire thing in anti-seize and spun it around a little bit. That way I do not have to worry about that getting corroded anytime soon. So I just got quite a few miscellaneous parts in the mail. I got my front brakes, my rear brakes, which I don't have the calipers for yet. I got the parking shoes, the drum hardware kit, and I just put the new wheel bearing on this side. So we can see we got a nice new hub and tight bearing. So I can finish putting all the front together. I am missing the dust pan or dust cover for this side, but it's not a big deal. So I can put all the front end together, paint the front brakes. I got new inner and outer tie rods, so I'm going to put those on real quick, and I'm going to show you how you can take the inner tie rod out with only a pair of vice grips at your disposal. Alright, I now have my new inner and outer tie rods put on, and for some reason this side won't tighten anymore. I don't know if it's the threads messed up in here or something, but it's kind of weird, but I'll figure that out later. Alright, just got done installing my fully adjustable rear control arms and adjustable lateral arm as well. These are all powder coated. I bought them like that. Not a huge fan of the red. I may change it later on, but it is powder coated red, whereas this one, I had my old ones actually painted this similar color, so I'm gonna keep that. But anyways, I also got my high performance braided steel brake lines in the mail as well. These are going to be easy just to slap in real quick because I don't have brakes in the back. The front I can actually hook up now, but that's pretty cool. I got these all at the same time. And just like that, everything is on this front passenger side. I got everything mounted and bolted up, tightened, as well as the brake line we can see. So this side needs nothing more. This front driver's side, all we need is the brake caliper, whatever fucking hardware, and then I can put the brake on and get finished with that. Put the new brake line on there. And then we have the rear. I have the shoe hardware, but I think I may need cables out of an 07 Impreza to use, and I'm also missing the lever that actually engages the brake cable to the actual shoes, and then I'm also missing the rear brake calipers as well, and then I can slap the rear together and have everything done in the rear as well. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. I didn't have everything I needed to completely finish everything, and the video seems like it's gonna be pretty long once I go to edit it. So the next video that I'll be posting will have a completely finished suspension. I'm gonna put my car back on the wheels, push it out, wet sand the paint finally, because we got some orange peel and we can finally see the paint in the sun. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. Follow my 2 Instagrams right here. Like, subscribe, and thanks y'all so much for watching, and